not own the copyrights to this music being played. I don't own the copyrights to this music being played.
Every day a new version of me, a third of me, demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did pass that depression last year when it put me up, reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house because I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only love what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on a grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world. With my guitar up on my hip, that's the story of the world. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business love me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many the truths. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated. Another life legacy as a black woman in the cheating circuit. Seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic straight from heaven, the crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasize. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't see. Had me in fetal position, restricted. Turned on my family, I went wherever cameras be. No private planes for my insanity. Self-indulge, discipline never been my sentiments. I needed. To me, it was like penicillin. Love, my happiness was in it. The melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first assistant was a small town scholar, never did a till I got myself around her. My daddy looked the other way, he saw sin in me. Pinched in me, reincarnated. My present life is Kendrick Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep winning on. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts. My father kicked me out the house, I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand the way I was living. Ego and pride had me looking at him with resentment. I close my eyes, hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, Father, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me, I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vultures came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed.
Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past creates success.
Father, I'm not perfect, I got urges, but I hold them down.
But your pride has to die.
Okay, Father, show me how.
Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for.
I kept 100 institutions paid.
Okay, tell me more.
I put 100 hoods on one stage.
Okay, tell me more.
I'm trying to push peace in LA.
But you love war.
No, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay, then tell me the truth.
Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart?
I can tell you where I'm going.
Who you are. You fell out of heaven because you was anxious. Didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was...
James George, with a remarkable season so far, leading his team in RBIs. Can he deliver at the plate again today? It's the Arkansas Travelers taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks. First pitch coming your way next. So 2 down, digging in for the Hooks, James George. And that drops in for a strike. Ground ball to third. They're in plenty of time, ends the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. Coming up to the dish for Arkansas, Victor Labrada. And he's got really good wheels. One of those skills you really can't teach. Swinging a rocket. Pretty deep. Handles this one, no problem, and that'll end the inning. Offense held in check here. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Base is empty with 2 out. And now, James George. 0 for 1. Swing lifted to left field. Makes the play, and that's the end of the inning. On to the 4th frame, still scoreless. Smell like you just played extra innings? Time to clean off with Sudsy Susie's Body Wash. Now with the scent and flavor of cilantro. Welcome back to Corpus Christi, top of the 4th inning. This out to center. Lunging for this one, but it gets down. Two away and a runner at first. Now at the plate, James George. George measures 6'2", 210 pounds, and he's been hitting well lately, batting over 300 in his last 10 games. Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second, now 2 on with 2 outs. Zach Daniels digs in now. Kicks and delivers. Ground ball to second. There with plenty of time. Inning over. 2 left on, and we're through 5 innings. The hook's out in front, 1-0. First and second, 1 away. Here's the center fielder, James George. 1 for 3. Such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Keeps the heart rate low, maintains focus, and doesn't shift approach in run scoring opportunities. What an asset in the lineup. Hard ground ball, base hit. Coming to the plate, now a long throw home. It's offline and the run scores. And they take a 3-run lead. Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. I feel for those infielders because he hit that ball hard. And it's tough to make a play on one like that, even if it is on the ground. Nice cut. 1 out and runners at first and second. Zach Daniels now at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Grounds this one to the right side. Base hit! Headed for the plate. Here's the throw. It's offline and the run scores. And they're up by 4. Picks himself up an RBI. Sometimes you don't need to hit it all that hard. Just put it in play and hope it finds a hole like it did on that grounder. One out and 2 on. Now the third baseman, Shea Whitcomb. That just missed. Walked the batter on 4 pitches. And now the right fielder, Cam Fisher. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing, soft line drive. There's one. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. 2 runs in the inning, 2 hits, no errors, but 2 are left on base. We're at the end of 7. Corpus Christi with the lead, 4-0. We head back to the top of the order. Here's the third baseman, Jack Lopez. And there's a hit. Runner rounds third, on his way to the plate. The tag, in there, safe. It's 4-1. Nice job to knock that one back up the middle for a base hit. That's exactly the kind of approach you love to see at this level. Not much to speak about, but always good to get a team win.
I'm back on the road again, been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. Don't wear disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but it doesn't come by surprise. Nothing is real as the same when you miss your drink, though you just gotta open your eyes. This world is up.
The batter now, Spencer Packard.
Spencer Packard.
Now this is lifted to center.
Relay, 2-2-2.
And he makes the catch. He makes the catch. Wow. On that catch, he was really going full tilt. Good job to track the ball in the air and hang on for the out. Two outs and a runner at first. Stepping to the plate for Corpus Christi, James George. On 0-1, the delivery. Grounder to third, Mastroboni. Out number 3.
Yes, you're out.
An inning in the books tonight, and we're scoreless here on the show. If your life feels bananas right now, find your inner peace with a visit to Bonobo Yoga. Yoga with the A's. Sorry, no gorillas are allowed on the premises. Top half of the second inning from Corpus Christi. One up, one down. Welcome back. The Hooks at the dish in the bottom of the fourth. Bashes this one to deep left center. That's back. It one hops off the wall. Could be trouble. That's a leadoff double. And he keeps swinging a hot bat. Some really good games lately. That was as textbook a double as you'll see. Flicked that one into the gap, turned to the corner, and hustled in for the extra base knock. Now the left fielder, Zach Daniels. 2-2 now. Skies it to right field. Done. Drifting towards this one. One down. Some good fundamentals from the infielder as he ranged back on that play. You can lose track of where you are and start worrying that you're going to collide with the outfielder. Nice catch. So with a runner at second and one away, now the third baseman, Shea Whitcomb. the middle, and there's a hit. Coming around third, throw to the plate. Not in time, runner safe as a run scores. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Got the center cut fastball and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. We'll move on to the bottom of the sixth. And now the center fielder, James George. Line drive, and it's caught. One of those plays that just goes to show that not everything is within your control on the baseball field. Batter did everything right and still didn't get the hit. Sometimes that's how it goes. George, batting with one down, takes a strike. Diaz, a 6-foot lefty, 28 years old, and he's a native of Venezuela. Line to left. And a couple of quick outs.
Now back, left field.
This wasn't his best game ever, but he definitely helped them in the win. Nice job.
I'm hopping out of the bed. Rain falling, calling X, but my phone line's dead. I guess my bills ain't paid. The rocks work for the day. Second option, hop the bus, traffic delay. My boss won't because I'm running late. It ain't no way.
So up next, James George. George, now in the pro ranks after he got drafted out of high school and bypassed college. One out, runners at first and second. Lined into left center, should be extra bases. Coming to the plate. Runner scores and they have the lead. Second run scores as well. It's 2-0. Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. You just know that one had to feel good. Caught the ball out in front and dumped it into a favorable spot to leg out the double. One out and a runner at second. And the next batter, Zach Daniels. Checks on the runner, dives back in safely. Here's the 2-2, and now the runner breaks for third. Hard ground ball, base hit, runner around third. Scores on that one. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 3. 2 gone, and the base is loaded. Next is the designated hitter, James George. A chance to do some more damage here after driving in a pair the last time on. Close, but called a ball. Feels like an inflection point early in this one. 2-out base hit could bring in a couple of runs. Here's the 1-0 offering. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. Lopez, as they escape the bases-loaded jam. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We're at the end of 2. Corpus Christi ahead in this game, 4-0. away here, nobody on. George getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Ball one.
Boots it. Not in time to get the out at first, and we'll see how they score it. Man on at first. Here's the left fielder, Zach Daniels. Kick, the pitch, runner goes. Swing and a high fly to left. The left fielder moving under this one. And that's that. One runner left aboard as they can add on to their 5-0 lead. Nobody on and 2 outs. Next up, James George. 1 for 3. A laser into the outfield. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Up next, the Hooks have the lead, 5-2. Bases are empty with 2 away. And now the DH, James George. Going back pretty deep. Makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. 9th inning coming up. The Hooks on top here, 6-2. Strong individual day and a team win, and you'll take that every time. This is a game he can feel really good about. James George is focused and ready for this one. Yet another chance to show the baseball world what he's made of. Just about set to go. And on the hill today, James George. We're well into the season. With the success he's having on the hill, his odds of advancing look quite good. Now the left fielder, Johnny Farmello. And that's how this game gets started. Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Close, but ruled a ball. Seeing a pitch like that called a ball so early in this game, we could be in for a long, feisty night. It's there, 1 away. Next to hit, Leonardo Rivas. And he has struggled this year.
Hurt one. No balls, 1 strike.
Curveball drops in there. Big sigh of relief from the pitcher after he got away with that high curve. He'll want to bring that down as this game goes on. Next offering misses. Ball 1. What a take with 2 strikes. Set down on strikes. That's 2 quick outs here in the top of the first tonight. Now it's the right fielder, Lazaro Montes.
He rides.
Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Popped up to the left into foul ground.
Me.
And that's the 3rd out. So they make short work. 1 out and 2 on. And next, the cleanup hitter, James George. tough spot for the pitcher, but that's how you want to attack it, by getting ahead early and putting the pressure on the hitter. That's a base hit. And they stop the runner at third, so bases loaded with one away. That one must have felt pure coming off the bat. That one was right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. Next up for the Hooks, Cesar Salazar. And the 0-1 now. Shoots this one on the right field line. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. First and second, 2 outs. Zach DeZenzo will hit next.
All right, here we go. Get your ribbies.
The 0-1. This one lifted in the air, left field. The left fielder settles under it. That ends the inning and limits the damage. Got unique needs in redoing your basement? Call Montresor Basement Design and ask for Fortunato. Top half of the second inning from Corpus Christi. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. He reached back and blew the high heat by him. Batter didn't have much of a chance to catch up to that. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. And the slider just misses. That slider had some really good sweeping action, but just missed catching the zone. This one popped up in foul ground on the first base side. And a foul ball. Set down looking. Leadoff batter retired here in the second. A lot of hitters will look out over the plate to the outer half with 2 strikes, and they're less able to react on a good fastball in. That might explain the batter taking strike 3 called here. Ben Ramirez, now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And swing and miss. 1 out and the base is empty. On the ground, Guillorme. 2 away.
Out.
Nick Dunn digs in now. Didn't play in the day game yesterday. Should be fresh for this one. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Dunn goes 5'9", the number 6 hitter in today's lineup, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. Struck out looking for the backwards K. Nice job out there as he gets him. Top half, 3rd inning, digging in for the Travelers, the catcher, number 6. 0-1. He must have been sitting on something off speed. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Not sure what was discussed in the hitters meeting before this game. They're swinging at just about anything. Swing and a miss, got the strikeout. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Here's the center fielder, Victor Labrada. It's been a tough stretch at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. Lifted down the left side. Fisher. 2 down. And here is Yoiner Fajardo. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. The 0-1 offering. Swing and a foul straight back. Now here's the 0-2. Swings through it for the K. And it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. 9 straight. 2 away and a runner at first. James George, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. A frozen rope. Drops into the glove. All set for the start of this inning. Here's the left fielder, Johnny Farmello. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Late on that swing, and he was probably trying to stay back for something off speed. Got the batter looking for the K. One gone leading off the fourth. Leonardo Rivas now at the plate, caught looking the first time up.
That's a strike.
These hitters are coming with an aggressive approach at the plate, swinging the bat early in the count. That can spark some offense, or it can put you in a lot of bad counts. The Hooks leading by 1, top half of the fourth. Got the batter swinging. Picks up the 7th strikeout of the ball game. So digging in, Lázaro Montes, 0 for 1 so far. The hitters in this lineup have been aggressive early in the count, swinging a lot, but then when they get down, they need to be a little more patient. Maybe they take some pitches and extend the at-bats, try to get some base runners aboard. Got him. And a nice frame on the mound. He sets them down 1, 2, 3. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. On to the next inning. Stepping to the plate for Arkansas, Blake Rambush. Rambush is 5'9", 25 years old, and while he's usually in the outfield, today he's the designated hitter. On the ground to third, DeZenzo. Tosses to first.
He's out.
And the leadoff batter retired in their half of the fifth. And now the first baseman, Ben Ramirez, 0 for 1. Love how he's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing at the first good strike they see. Puts this one in the air down the line. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And now 2 away. Next up for the Travs, Nick Dunn, 1 for 4 in Wednesday's action. On the ground to first, takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. So 5 perfect innings in the books. The Hooks out in front. Coming up to the dish for Corpus Christi, James George, 1 for 2.
Steer right. 0-1.
That's to third, Fajardo. The throw to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Top of the 6th, here's the catcher, number 6. There's a strike. Swings through that one.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Now a flare off the bat. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter here in the 6th. And now the center fielder, Victor Labrada. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes, so the hitters need to be ready to swing early. It may not drive up the pitch count too much, but you know you'll have a good shot to do damage. High fly ball down the line and left. On the move, has a play, and he makes the catch. Coming up to the dish for Arkansas, Yoiner Fajardo. 3-pitch strikeout in the last AB. Will definitely want to do better this time. Really frustrating day for the manager. This offense isn't showing a whole lot right now. Strike 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Nice job out there as he gets them. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the left fielder, Johnny Farmello. That one finds the zone. He swings and fouls one off. Struck out swinging. Leadoff batter set down to open the seventh. And now the shortstop, Leonardo Rivas, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The Travelers, still in search of their first hit in this one. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. Swings through it for the K. 2 away now to start the seventh. And now the right fielder, Lázaro Montes. The other way. In there for a base hit, and the bid for history is gone. That disappointed sigh you just heard from the press box really shows how well he was doing in this one. Even with the perfect game bid over, this has been a tremendous performance on the mound. Now we'll see what he has left in the tank. The Hooks, leading by 3. Here in the top half of the seventh. Goes down looking on that one. Another inning in the books, but the perfect game is no more. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth, Jose Fleury. And left-handed batters have had his number this season. He needs to be on top of his game right here. Hard hit for a base hit. Off to a good start with the leadoff knock. And here's the catcher, Cesar Salazar. The left-handed batter waits. There goes the runner, Fajardo. That's an out. Stepping to the plate for Corpus Christi, Zach DeZenzo. 0-1 now, and the runner takes off for third, in the dirt. Throw to third, safe by plenty. I've got to say, he is a very confident base runner. This catcher's known for his arm strength, so stealing third is a significant risk. But he picked the right moment, got a good jump, and made ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Run scores. George with a stellar outing on the mound. Some good work at the plate in this one, too. I think they'd take either of those performances from any.
We need each other. We have to have each other for our survival. From the revolutionaries to the conservatives, a black united front is what we're about. Yeah, to make another mob.
James George getting ready to hit. On fire at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one. Lifted in the air to right center. Out number 2. Nobody out and a runner at first.
Hey, Big Mama right here. We need you. Here we go.
No.
Line drive. That's a base hit. The tying run is aboard. That may wind up being a pivotal at-bat in this one. Nice line drive cut there. Had everything working smoothly on the swing. That's one to try and replicate. Fly ball out to left field. The left fielder under it. And there's one away. Came away empty from an AB where he had a chance to do damage. Tough break. 1 out and 2 on. Digging in for the Hooks, Zach DeZenzo.
Good. Nobody better up there.
Grounder might be 2. Oh, and a great flip. There's 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, James George. On the ground to third. And it gets by. Around first, hustling for two. Tag out. So an error on the play, but they get the out anyway. One out, runner at second base. Next up for the Hooks, James George. Right through there for a strike. That one was right down the middle. I have to think he took it because he's trying to get a better read on this arm. High fly ball towards left center. That's pretty deep. Tracks it down for the out. Tags up from second, heads to third. Not a lot of minor league outfielders can make that play, but he's showing he's got the goods. A center field prospect like this is valuable to any organization. He's capable of giving them. Here's the center fielder, James George. Doing a fine job at the plate recently, already with 8 hits in the series. Clips the corner. It's 0-1. One out with a runner at second. This one high in the air, out to left center. Labrada. And there are 2 outs. Large Lad Burgers is a proud sponsor of this broadcast. This month, try their super spicy Serrano burger. If you can eat 3 in one sitting, they'll put your picture on the wall. Back here in Corpus Christi, bottom of the 4th. Fires over to first. Leadoff batter retired in the 4th. We're ready for the 5th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Nick Dunn. On a line for a base hit. Around first and digging for second. Here comes the throw. The tag, out! 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the home squad. And now at the plate, James George. That's in there. That's strike 1. This one is labeled. And a quick out, number 1. So up next, James George. Very clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra cautious here. Lifted in the air to left. Makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. He's in to score on the sac fly, and they take a 3-run lead. Digging in for the Travelers, number 6. Center field. Reaching down, makes the catch. He's definitely capable. James George with a remarkable season so far, leading his team in RBI. Alan Serta digs in now. Line drive to center. Reaches, but can't haul it in. Here's the throw. They get the force for out number 1. He didn't get a great read on the ball, and the outfielder was able to throw him out as a result. Top half of the second from Wichita. George, working through the early days of his pro career, drafted out of the high school ranks. Hit hard on a line. And there's one down. So digging in, James George, 0 for 1.
Yep. 0-1.
Hey, keep it going. Clutch up for us right here.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 down. Dalton Shuffield will hit next. That one is absolutely pummeled. This one carrying. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. And now the center fielder, James George. Really strong swing there, and he might have thought he'd hit a homer right off the bat. Not quite enough for it, but I'm sure he's happy enough with the automatic double. Reaching try, but can't make the catch. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. No question, he came up ready to hit. Nice compact bat path on that swing and a great rip into center field. Liners like that one are a good way to raise the batting average. Called out on strikes. And that is a big first out. Coming up to the dish for Corpus Christi, Cesar Salazar. Now here's the 0-2. Swing, soft line drive. Hauls it in, 2 away. I'm sure he's disappointed after he didn't get the hit on that line out, but that's great contact. The next time he hits it like that, I bet it works out better. Soft contact in the air, brings it in for the 3rd out. Digging in for the hooks, James George, 1 for 3. Guillorme leads off of first with 2 away. Liner caught at second. 2 runs. Bottom of the 8th, coming up to the dish for Wichita, the catcher, number 80. On a line to center. Snags that one. There's 1 down. Man at second here with 2 away. And now, James George. Got away with that slider up, but he should avoid doing that again. Might have released a little too early and had it back up on him. On the ground, out to short. Throws the first.
He's out.
Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We all know he's... James George getting ready to hit. Line drive, should be extra bases. Around second, on the way to third. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. The tag, out! That ends the inning. 2 away here, nobody on. Next up for the hooks, James George. Bunting, and it's in the air. On the run, spinning throw to first. Nicely done for the out. At the plate, James George, 1 for 2. Pops up the bunt. Flashes the leather on the running catch. Nobody on and 2 outs. And next, the cleanup hitter, James George, 1 for 3. There's a strike. Here comes the 0-1. And it's crushed to deep left. Back there. Hits the fence. Around first and digging for second. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down. And that ends the inning. He was a difference maker for them in this one. James George, a rising star. And now the DH, James George, collected a couple of hits in yesterday's game. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second, now 2 on with 2 outs. Shea Whitcomb now at the plate. This pitch popped up. De Andrade. And that will retire the side. 2 left. Digging in for the wind surge, Rain Doncone. In the air to the right. And there's 1 down. Stepping to the plate next for Wichita, Mickey Gasper. On the ground, Whitcomb. That's an out.
He's out.
Next up for the wind surge, Walker Jenkins. Too much swing and miss at the plate recently, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games. That was a very hittable off-speed pitch. He usually punishes those, but for whatever reason, he was a bit late on that swing. There in plenty of time ends the inning. First frame of the night. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Alan Serta. Swing and a miss out in front of that. At a certain point, you have to commit to swing or take on a pitch. That slider clearly had him fooled. Great pitch. Now here's the 0-2. That one missed. On 0-2, raise the hitter's eye level with the high fastball. We might see something low on this next pitch. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And quickly 1 away in the second inning. Stepping in, Patrick Winkle. Close, but ruled a ball. Winkle measures 6'1", batting 5th today, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2021. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. And that drops in for a strike. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout. Already 2 gone in the home half of the second inning. Dalton Shuffield digs in now. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
0-1.
Got the bat going too soon there. It's strike 2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Got it. 3 up and 3 down, inning over. All set for the bottom of the third, and now the DH, Ben Ross. Right through there for a strike. Ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. Runner aboard on the leadoff single. And he keeps swinging a hot bat. Some really good games lately. Hard ground balls like that are really tough to make a play on. I know when I was playing second base in JV baseball back in the day, I had no interest in charging grounders like that one. And we'll see if his speed becomes a factor now that he's on first. Here's the third baseman, Kalen Culpepper. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Nobody out and a runner at first. To short, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Throw to first, but not in time. Coming up to the dish for Wichita, Danny De Andrade. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Can't be swinging at pitches that low, particularly in a double play situation like this. Swings and misses, struck him out. Back to the top of the order here. Now it's the second baseman, Rain Duncombe. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 1 strike.
Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, had him out in front for the strikeout. 1 hit, 1 left. Welcome back to Wichita. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Throws to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, the third baseman, Wichita.
Take your small business to the next level with better chemistry by calling the fine folks at NARF. If you want to know how they'll do it, why are you asking so many questions, fella? Back here in Wichita, bottom of the 4th. Here it comes. Right through there for a strike. Just misses. What a take with 2 strikes.
2-2-2.
Ground ball up the middle. And handles that one. The tying run is aboard. That's doing the job right there. Whenever you lead off an inning, you're focused on getting on base and setting up your teammates to drive you in. And now the right fielder, Walker Jenkins. 0 for 1, grounded out the first time around. Late swing, foul to the left. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Swing went right over top of the curveball. Digging in for the wind surge, Alan Serta. First at bat was a strikeout. Runner at first, 1 away. Up the middle. Into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the runner from advancing past second. It's been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't exactly square it up, but that's a good approach paying off. Foul ball there. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Tying run in scoring position. Now a flare off the bat. Fisher on the move. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Came away empty from an AB where he had a chance to do damage. Tough break. Now the left fielder, Dalton Shuffield. And you'd have to think that a breakthrough might be coming here. Love how he's attacking the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. These hitters need to be ready to swing at the first good strike they see. Gasper at second, Serta at first, 2 out. And a swing and a miss. And that ends the inning. Bottom half of the 5th, and the wind surge batting. Ben Ross getting ready to hit.
Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike.
This one popped up.
I got it. Me.
Makes the play, and a quick out, number 1. Stepping to the plate next for Wichita, Kalen Culpepper. 0 for 1, hit into a fielder's choice the first time. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. Culpepper stands at 6 foot even, 185 pounds, a former first rounder in 2024. 1 out and the base is empty. That's a strikeout looking. 2 quick outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Next up for the wind surge, Danny De Andrade. Struck out on just 3 pitches the last time up. And that's a base hit. lineup flips over. Coming up to the dish for Wichita, Rain Duncone.
High. 0-1.
0-1 now. There's a strike. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first 2 pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. Pops it up to the right side of the infield. Settles under it.
I got it.
That ends the inning. Continues to roll on the mound. 5 shutout innings in the books. The Hooks lead it. Home half of the 6th. Digging in for the wind surge, Mickey Gasper. Little chopper rolls foul. With all these first pitch strikes, he's clearly not afraid of contact. This is an aggressive and effective approach. The 0-1. That one fouled off. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Leadoff batter retired in the 6th. Stepping to the plate next for Wichita, Walker Jenkins. In there at the knees for a strike. Great job so far on the mound, and I think curveballs like that one are a big part of the reason why. Late with the swing there.
2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Back-to-back Ks. Next up for the wind surge, Alan Serta. 1 for 2. Ball 1, 2 low. 2 outs, bases empty. Swings and lifts this one deep to left. Forget it. It's going to be long gone. Made them pay for that one. A solo blast. And we are all tied up. The best players don't let moments like that get too big for them. He did a great job to stay within himself and change the direction of this ballgame. Winkle, now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Didn't do a good enough job of timing up the pitcher's fastball, judging by that swing. 1 run in the inning so far. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball to second base. Play made, that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning. Top of the 7th here, and now the DH, James George. This has been a solid outing for him, and a lot of that is because he keeps pounding the zone like he did with that low fastball. This one in the air, center field. It's pretty deep. Makes the grab, 1 down. Here's the left fielder, Dalton Shuffield. Next pitch popped foul. This one off to the right, and it'll get out of play. Now here's the 0-2. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss. Out. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And now it's going to be Ben Ross. Such a close game. The next team to score could take all the momentum they need. On the ground, right side, and that's a foul ball. Got it. 2 gone. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. He's started this frame with 7 straight strikes. We're in immaculate inning territory. Strike 2. And that's number 8. Only 1 to go. Now a chopper out in front of home and handles this chance. There with plenty of time. Inning over. Nothing across here. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Bluebaugh. 25th appearance of the year. George in the box now takes strike 1. Swing, and that ball's smashed on a line. 1 away. And he was all over that heater. A grain or two lower on the ball, and it's still flying, and he's got to jog around the bases. George put up double-digit strikeouts in this 7-inning start and just one earned run. James George, one of the most... So 2 down. Next is the designated hitter, James George. George measures 6'2", 210 pounds, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2024. On the ground to the left, Holland. There in plenty of time ends the inning. End of a half inning. Stepping to the plate for Corpus Christi, James George. Grounded out the first time up. This could be a big moment in this game. A hit swings it toward the offense, but failing to capitalize gives a lot of momentum back to the pitcher. The 0-1. Here's a fly to center. Makes the call and the grab. Runner tags for home. Throw off line, runner scores. 3-0. That's team first hitting we just saw. He knew they were counting on him to bring in the run with something deep enough in the air. Nice job.
Hey, keep it going.
George, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Took that one, but it's wise to lay off pitches in that location in situations like this. Don't want to bounce into the double play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Out to center. Serta under it. And there's 2 away. So 1 gone with the bases loaded here. James George, the next to hit. Fly to left. Makes the catch. Both runners tagging from second and third. Runner from third in to score. And they're pulling away, up by 7 now. Next up, the designated hitter, James George. Grounder to third by Adares. They get the force. That ends the inning and prevents things from getting... Not much to speak about, but always good to get a team.